Hey guys, it's Karushkur here, and for the 20th time or so, I have reached the Diamond 1. I have not been recording games because I kind of like to play them in peace, so I don't like this talking and playing. And also I have noticed that my APM is at around 130, so I'm a very slow player compared to others. I want to watch a replay, and this video is just going to be about a Mongols matchup between the Ayubbids, and also I want to give some pieces of advice along the ages. I don't know, maybe 6 pieces of advice. Oh, first of all, the question, I think, the legendary question is, with which unit do you start? Well, I think this was the first time ever I have started with a Khan, because I wanted to reach out as far as possible to get the sheep, or maybe to have an advantage. I have built the Uvu, I have them place the town center, and also with the Gur, I'm going to take any sheep I can find. So if I see a sheep, I will take the Gur. With a Khan, I'm scouting, so what I like to do is to go just around in this direction in the hopes that the market is in this corner. And in this particular situation, it is. So this is also cool. Also, one more thing that can be taken into consideration is the fact that you can actually take the Gur and move it to the other side of where you're heading with your Khan, because then with your Khan you're going to cover the north side, the northeast side, and with the Gur you're going to kind of cover this corner, so you can pick up some sheep that maybe you have some sheep around here. I'm taking the market route. Some sheep around here, which I will also get. And I also want to see what my opponent is doing. So this Ayubbid player didn't build a tower at the right time, and I think I have created a very big advantage in the Dark Age. Because somehow I'm always scared of Ayubbid, because they go with the villagers and they get the eco bonus. So what I'm doing is, as always, I'm building my stable. Just want to check for sheep. So, as you might have seen in the Mongol horseman rush video, if you want to perform the same rush, you can even watch the horseman rush tutorial. So, after I have brought the sheep back, I have also scouted this part of the map, and then I'm heading towards the center because I want to scout the gold ASAP. Ideally before the horsemen will arrive. So I'm going for horsemen in every situation. Even if my opponent is going for camels, even if my opponent is going for spearmen, I like to have them around. I like to create this advantage. And I'm kind of going in blind, I don't care. And I have scouted the gold. This one was a very fortunate spawn of gold. And by this point I kind of realized that my opponent was pretty slow. Especially with this villager. So yeah, it's kind of unfortunate for him. You see, 2 villager kills can do such a big advantage. It's crazy, actually. It's pretty crazy. Also, one more thing about scouting is you don't know where your opponent has scouted. In any case, I think it's good to have each corner scouted out. And even these corners. Although, okay, there is only one sheep. Okay, the camel is coming, Desert Raider. Which means I went for another horseman. I went for another horseman because I have tested this. When you are in H2 and you have 3 horsemen will counter a Desert Raider, 3 horsemen will counter a spearman, and if your opponent is doing only 1 spearman, only 1 Desert Raider, you still have a chance to beat them. Although it's going to be a costly victory, you're still going to beat a Desert Raider or a spearman with 3 horsemen, but especially if they are upgraded. If they are not, then it's pretty risky. Yes, you can beat a spearman, but you cannot beat a camel. Kamatasha, maybe I should have went with these ones here. Also, another thing to do is to check out the town center line of sight. So always look at this circle when you're placing your units. Okay, so I went to feudal. I have selected 2 villagers. Actually, I have wrongly selected 2 villagers because I have garrisoned them, but I'm going for the archery range. I have upgraded my horsemen. Now they're actual horsemen, not early horsemen. But my opponent has already done the tower. So when the opponent goes for the tower, also the same thing applies. Always check the circle and station your units outside of the circle. If your opponent goes for a tower, then it is good time to make some Keshik. Also, don't be too afraid of these raids because you're going to have your own units out, and you can actually beat 1 Desert Raider or any type of unit that comes in a very early feudal raid. You're going to beat them because of the double production, especially. At this point I'm building a market and a blacksmith. I have adapted to the situation since he has a tower. I'm building a blacksmith to get the defense for the arrow. I'm also doing 1 trader. Just slowly building up some traders until I reach 5. I'm not very afraid of the fact that Ayubbid might be a bit faster with their castle age, and they're going to be faster with the castle age, which is okay. In the meantime, I'm also going on the deer. So I have talked about trade lines before. I like to use the trade line as a base layout. So I find it to be too risky to put the trade here. That's why I try to put the market as close to the base as possible, but on the opposite side of the trading post. And along the trading post, I like to build the towers to have the improved speed of the traders. Also get this if you're going for deer along the trade route. It's quite good. One more thing I could have done, I could have taken the deer stones and put it here, which I'm going to do eventually. But if you do it a little bit earlier, then it's quite good, because then your units that pass through the deer stones will get some speed buff, which is pretty nice. I'm going a bit all in, just because I want a camel. I wanted to kill a camel. I actually wanted to kill villagers, but I realized that it's not possible. And also what you're doing, if you're camping around the tower, you're forcing your opponent to stick on 5 on gold, which is also one thing that I have noticed, is that camping a tower where there are only more than 5 villagers kind of yields, or there is a possibility to kill some villagers if he's not paying attention, which is pretty good. So if they have 5, okay, they will garrison them, and especially since it's an improved tower, no chance. But check this out. I didn't kill a villager, but I did some damage. My point is to slow down the eco a little bit. And currently I'm in the feudal age, although I'm moving towards the castle age. I only have 2 traders, but I'm still creating Keshik and Mangudai, because I know that at one point they will create lancers. So I need to be prepared. I need to make sure that my feudal army kind of that I can face a castle age army with my feudal army. Once I'm confident that with this army I can beat my opponent, and I have noticed he only has these 4 camels, I was pretty okay. I'm still going to pop some Keshik and some Mangudai. I could have built another tower here somewhere to speed up these traders. I could have done so earlier, I guess. That's okay. Yeah, so I tried to heal a Keshik here, but it didn't work out. So, as you can see, I have noticed him going into this direction, which meant that I had to use the attacking army to retreat a little bit in order to intercept them. Also, one more thing that is quite important in my opinion is, okay, if you're watching the Incan, then you know he is only going for Mangudai and Keshik or horsemen, which is pretty cool. But one more thing is not to neglect secondary units. And in my case, the secondary units were spearmen. Because I have noticed him going for camels. And I think Ayubbids, when they start going for camels, they will play with camels. So it's very good to have units to counter these. It was still not a good attack coming from him. He didn't have many units. I think he was hoping to get my traders or maybe some villagers. But as you can see, okay, he's castle age, I'm feudal age, but I have much more units than him. Which means I can beat him in this situation. And yeah, spearmen. Go for spearmen, maybe go for archers if you notice that your opponent is going for lots of archers and spearmen. You don't want to face archers and spearmen with Mangudai and Keshik and horsemen. It's not a good investment in my opinion. That's why I believe that it's good to kind of, I don't know, cherish your units, like actually love them. Which means don't take fights that you can't win. Maybe just poke, just attack, poke a little bit, do some damage, and try to get reinforcements like this. Get them to low HP. Okay, I put the deer stones here. And as you can see, the deer stones, they have quite a lot of range on their buff. And you also get like 10 seconds afterwards, which is pretty cool. Also, if you're playing against HRE and Ayubbids, get some shamans as quickly as possible. Upgrade your units as soon as possible. Veteran Keshik is cheaper than Mangudai, so maybe do this one first, then the Mangudai. If you don't have many Mangudai, and if your Mangudai don't really counter the opponent units, then maybe you can wait for the Mangudai. Maybe for this army, it would be much better to just upgrade the Spearmen, because this is not my army, so at one point he will come, and I know that he will come, and I have my Spearmen ready, so this is like my surprise for him not knowing what I am doing. So I'll have the Spearmen ready. It's good to upgrade them. Okay, Mangudai are upgraded too, this is nice, but I think it would have been better to prioritize the Spearmen in this situation. Maybe I could have done another barracks. Yeah, this Kurultai would be better to be put here, or in a spot where you know that you're going to intercept your unit, your opponents. Also, what I like about High View is the fact that you have these hidden forests, so you can put your Kurultai here. He won't know about the Spearmen, he won't know about the Kurultai, so it's going to be a big surprise when he comes. He's probably thinking that he's only going to face this army, but it's not the case. Getting 2 relics is good. Getting 3 is better, but 2 is also okay, especially on the civs that rely on relics. Always pay attention. It's nice that the Mangudai are actually focusing these weaker units. I don't know why the monk went into that direction, but I kind of gave him as bait away, so yeah. Also, crossbowmen are good, especially against lancers and Ulans. Also, taking the Mangudai back is good, because many players who don't know, they're going to chase the Mangudai for some reason, because they think they're some kind of special units. Which they are, in my opinion, only because of the fact that you can run with them. This kind of makes them special in the way in which opponents respond to Mangudai. I hope my volume is alright. Yeah, it's good to kill. It's good to kill the priest if you have the chance to do so. And yeah, at this point, this game was kind of won. This was quite a victory, because I'm going to start to kill these villagers off, and I'd really like to see 59 to 64. Okay, yeah, that's okay. I'm going to bring him to my amount of villagers, and then he's going to surrender. So yeah, this was a game against an Ayubbid Platinum. I think Platinum 3 player. Yeah, was quite fun. I feel like Platinum 3 is more my level than Diamond 1. At least that's where I feel comfortable. So, thanks for watching. Hope the tips were useful, and see you.